Hey lovers, this is a topic that happens all the time. It's a discussion, I should say, that comes up all the time, and I see it on social media. I hear about it in the office. If you're at a family function, it usually comes up. If you're out and about and you're talking to people, and this is just a conversation that you will often hear, and it seems like there's always a question in the air or something that's left. Like people will bring it up and say, this is what I'm experiencing, but... And then they just really don't have any answers. So I thought about it. I'm like, why not? Let's not bring it. Let's not ignore it. Let's bring it to the platform and let's talk about it and see if I can bring up some things that you maybe will say, okay, I think I agree with that, or maybe I do not agree with that. And we can get a dialogue going, because this is just like happening in a lot of different areas, state to state, community to community, country to country. It's a very norm. And it perplexes people often. So let's get on into it. Your success and their struggle. It does not mix. We're going to talk about it here on Ask Diva. So let's get started. All right, lovers, come on. So you understand, for the most part, that the person that is the most happy for what you have finally achieved is going to be you, right? I mean, we want our lover to be excited alongside us. We want our mothers and our fathers. We want our siblings. We want our cousins. We want, maybe if, for those of us that have older children, we want our children, we want our friends and family and, everyone all on social media that are sitting and creeping back watching you. And you think, okay, finally, they followed me all this time. And now that they've been following me, then this is it. So let's go ahead. Let's do it. And you're thinking that that's what's going to bring them on board, and then you just get into this place where you're totally confused when you end up not seeing that response. There's something that comes with that. There's a reason why this happens, and I want to talk to you guys about that. So let me leave a message for a minute for those who are tuning in. Thank you. So let's give some shout outs for those who are tuned in everywhere that you are. All right. So for those that are tuned in over on Spotify, thank you so much. iHeartRadio, I appreciate you. Apple Podcasts, you guys are amazing. Google Podcasts, thank you so much. Spreaker, you're the reason why it all happens. YouTube, thank you so much. So wherever you press play, whether you see the link on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram stories, then wherever you are listening from, know that your listen matters to me. And that's what's important when it comes to building our platform. You guys sat and pushed us almost to the 6,000 mark. We're almost there. I know I just said that the other day, but we are really, really almost there. So you give us about 100 more listens. We are well on our way to that goal. So keep on doing what you do. Keep on sharing with your friends. Don't try to paraphrase my words. Just hand them the link and tell them to press play. That way you will get it exactly how I said it, even when I mess up, right? You know the bloopers happen here on Ask Diva. So the topic today, your better life and their struggle, it just doesn't mix, love. So here's this scenario. You made it for now. And trust me, we're about to talk about for now, that part of it. We're going to talk about that at the end of the broadcast. But look here, you made it for now. You have career success. You have found the ultimate job that is for you. This is everything that you've been looking for, and you like your job. You're passionate about your job. You enjoy getting up Monday through Friday, going and preparing for this job. You enjoy everything that you bring to the table and everything that your coworkers and your environment brings for you. So you love it. This is your dream job. You are exactly where you want to be. So you have complete career success in your mind right now, right? And you also have love. Oh, you are so very much in love. You have this perfect person who understands you, who knows what you desire, who enjoys spending time with you, who likes to go to the places that you like to go to. You guys are just living your best life, coupled up, booed up. Everything about what you have going on works for you. It works for your lover. You guys, it's doing everything that you wanted to do. So you're in love, and this is just just what you've looked for I have no idea how long, right? And you have balance. So in this success that you have, you've got complete balance. You know what it takes to just get out there, do what you need to do, not overexert yourself. You are making all of the better choices for you. So you just feel like a complete balance. You know how to sit down, you do your yoga, you do your meditation, you do your workout. You are consistent with all of these things, and it just feels perfectly balanced where you are right now. You're making healthy food choices. So your healthy eating is causing you to have more energy. You're feeling motivated. You're just feeling like you could just take on the world. You're completing the books that you set aside and you never thought that you would get through them. You're actually going out there and, building on those projects that you never thought that you would actually finish that project that was in your garage or backyard, front yard or patio, wherever, right? So you just have everything going because you have this newfound energy with these healthy choices and your intermittent fasting that's going on, right? And you have peace. There's no drama around you. There's no people yelling and screaming and throwing knives and trying to shoot each other right in your other bedroom in the home. Like, no, there's just complete peace happening in your environment. The neighborhood that you're in, everything just feels peaceful for now. We're going to talk about that later. So everything's just going really well. Your adult civilized children are living their best lives and they're out there doing everything that you desired for them to do, so you're not having to be so involved and you have more time for yourself, and it just seems like things are just really in perfect order. And then you have your friends and your family and other people that you know from back home or wherever it is that you know these people. Maybe they're still right there underneath you in the same community, but they're experiencing some setbacks. See, and so their story that's happening to them is the opposite of what what we just talked about that you're experiencing. So their setbacks are looking like this. They have a really bad job that they really just do not like. They hate getting up to go to it every day. It's not paying well. It has a toxic environment with toxic managers and toxic coworkers and horrible schedules. And it's just really a job that this is just a means to an end kind of move. And they just dread getting up and going, and they don't get weekends off. They're working weekends and working at night, and it's just a crappy shift, and nothing about what's happening on that job is good for them. Or there are those that are sitting at home with no job, and they're contemplating all these different entrepreneur movements that they can make that only make them like $5 and $20 or $100 here, and they have to go out and do all these extra things to try to get people on board just to make ends meet so they can buy a pack of noodles, and so they may be on welfare. They just are not seeing the same area of financial stability that you're seeing, right? So they have troubled relationships. The person that they're with is not doing what they said that they were going to do in the beginning. They're trying to make a decision on whether or not this is for them. They're experiencing lack of love in that relationship, or they have no love at all. They don't have a relationship. They're single. We just talked about the singles yesterday. 3 to 6 million of you guys sitting around wondering why things are not happening for you, right? So there's just like nothing happening there in the nature of love. So no love is happening. They can't find any balance. There's always just an upset happening. Nothing seems to be in order. Time management is awful. There's, no time to do yoga, no interest in yoga, no time for meditation, no interest in meditation, no time to sit down and read a book because their mind is just all over the place and they just can't seem to settle anything in their mind, and things just don't seem right, and they want to just kind of lay up in that and just, scroll social media and feel some kind of envy about the people that seem to have it together. In their homes, people are screaming on the other side of the walls. There's yelling going on. There's loud music being played by the person who you've asked them to turn it down over and over and they won't. There's drama. The person has company coming over. They're being loud. They're drinking. They're playing dominoes. They're just causing chaos on the video games, and there's just nothing peaceful happening in their environment. There's just a bunch of upset, a bunch of negativity, all that going on. There's just complete struggle happening over there. Bad eating habits. They're eating fast food, fried food, soul food, just anything that they can put together, because maybe even the budget is bad. So it's not that they want to eat those things, but there's just not enough money. So they maybe have to go to Taco Bell to eat the dollar menu, or maybe have to go to McDonald's to eat the dollar menu, and eating all these bad choices all the time, and having to fry fried chicken, and cook a bunch of soul food type unhealthy meals just so everyone can get full. And it's just really bad eating habits. So that's causing them to be lethargic in a sense, and just not really having any sense of balance or feeling any sense of energy, because nothing is giving them that good feeling inside or out. On the outer environment and the inside environment, it's just everything's negative happening, so they just don't feel good. Disrespectful children, adults and teens walking around cursing, talking how they want to, having their boyfriend over, laying up. Everybody's doing what they want to do, wearing booty shorts, disrespecting the husband. Like, it's just everything is going on around. No one is showing any kind of respect. You're having to yell, you're having to scream, you feel like you're in constant chaos, roller coaster of chaos all the time, and it seems like everybody else seems to have some kind of peace, yet yours just seems like it's just a just total negative environment going on around you. And then you have the nerve to torture yourself even more by scrolling the still photos of social media and assuming that something is going on so much greater on the other side somewhere. And sometimes it is. Sometimes what you are seeing, yes, are people who are more balanced, and they are just living their best lives, and they're living a better life, and you can't seem to figure out how to grasp onto that. So you post a negative thing, they acting like they all that. No, they probably are all that, and you just caught up in your own ugliness, so you're just caught up in negativity, which is provoking the jealousy, right? All of their struggle is blocking my successful friends. That's what's blocking their authentic, happy response. So they're not going to be happy for you. They're not going to click like on your post. They're not going to support your new whatever product that you're trying to push, whether it's a service or a podcast or a product or an actual item, whatever it is. They're not going to support that. They don't want to. They're in their own negative world, and they don't want to try to pull out of it. And even if the only thing that they could do is just click like and share, and that would just be like a simple thing that they could do that wouldn't impact their finances in any way, and would actually maybe make them feel good because they paid it forward and did something for someone else and maybe help someone else. But they don't want to do that because they're sitting back and they have this jealousy that they're trying to hide, this facade of, oh yeah, I'm supporting you. But then they'll turn around and ask you, what is it that you do again? Beesh, I write books and I got a podcast. Like, they don't really remember because they don't care. They don't care because they're caught up in their own pain, their own struggle, and they don't want to pull out of it. They don't know that the answer is that you could actually just stop and support somebody else in an authentic way. And then that motivation of all the people that are really getting themselves on the right track and surrounding yourself with those individuals is what's going to motivate you to get out there and do your happiness, to find your success, to have the better job, to find love, to find balance, to begin to eat healthier foods, to find the peace, to make everyone that is toxic around you distance themselves away from you. All those things are possible, but you're so caught up in the jealousy that you don't know how to be authentically happy for those who are living their best life. Because your struggle has you caught up with blinders that you can't see, that you're not really authentically supporting other people. Because you're so caught up in what's not happening for you that you can't be happy for the things that are finally going right for someone else. And those people are just in there for now. We're going to talk about that for now in a few. So, but here's the thing about the successful person. All of their struggle that's blocking that authentic happy for what you have going on, you keep expecting them to give you what? What are you expecting? You want authentic happiness from them? Why do you need it? Why isn't what you're going through enough happy for you to do and live that and to show it to the point where it will inspire somebody else? Why can't you make that your focus? Why is it that you need others to know or to call them out for what they're not doing? You don't need that. Just keep pushing. Just keep doing you. You don't have time to worry about who's not supporting. the best marketing move when you're talking about product and you have a service. So, a product can be a service, an actual item that you're selling. It could be your podcast, it could be a radio show, it could be books, it could be t-shirts, it could be jewelry, whatever it is that you have. It could be even, a lot of people are doing the credit services and things like that. Whatever it is that you have, market to strangers by the majority. If your friends and family jump on, then that's cool, and you know that you'll do whatever you can to help them as well, but don't make them your main market. Stop expecting the people from your church and your sorority and your fraternity and jobs and organizations and community that are across your Facebook. Stop expecting them to be the ones that are going to jump on board, because it's probably not going to happen. Be wise. Go over to Instagram. Go over to Twitter, where those people are really not people that you know, but you guys have something in common. We got something in common. So you have something in common that you can reach out to all these different people by following hashtags and groups and tags and, different places and stories and, whatever's popping up on the trending. You know how to find the trending at the beginning of your trending area on Instagram. Go connect with all those people. They will become your product person. They will become your support person. And once you have them, and then maybe your friends and family come out of whatever it is that they're going through, they may jump on board or they may not. They may continue to hate. You got to question whether or not that's really a friend or family that you want to be dealing with anyway at that point, right? So, but just why do you need them to be a part of what you consider to be your better part of life? You want that maybe for the familiarity that it is, but you don't need that familiar area in order to continue on the success path that you have now found yourself on. And is it really success, or are you just speaking it? Because you don't have to talk about being successful. Once you become successful, it'll speak for itself. So you don't have to literally type the words, I'm so successful, or my product is doing this, or my product is doing that. You just get up there. I thank you. I appreciate you guys. Here's what I have going next. Here's what I'm posting up next. Come be a part of it. And that's it. You don't have to brag about it. Just share it. So you have to know the difference between bragging and sharing. So just share what you have going on. You don't have to try to push up numbers and things like that, because those things will come. You can beg for the numbers. I'm always constantly begging, hey, bring me one more listen, because I try to reach one reader, one listener at a time, right? So that my goal is, if I get one, then the next time I go on, I might get another one, and then I might get another one, and that each individual one that I am able to reach and that may hear me, they may get something from it. They may or may not share it. That's not the goal. That you hope that you get a share. You hope that someone will invite you to their platform, but it's not necessarily going to happen. I'm here to tell you, since 2010, it very rarely happens that people invite me over to their platforms. It doesn't always happen, right? So, but let's talk about the for now successful people. You made it. The career success, you have it now. The love, you have it now. Balance now. Healthy choices you're making now. Peace now. Your family seems like they're in the right place now, but things can always change. So never underestimate the law of attraction, and know that life is going to go in the direction that it's going to go. So be prepared for possible setbacks. Don't go get so caught up in your success that you think that you don't have to put out any more effort because you've made it. You need to always be grinding for better. Always be pushing. And always have your mind sharpened. Your meditation should be on the level of where you're prepared for what could be thrown at you, because I've lived long enough, been here long enough to tell you life can throw some things at you. 45 years old, I've seen things thrown at me over the last 15 plus years to tell you that life will take you all kind of different directions, and you can ride those storms if they end up being storms. You can ride those high points all while holding on, but you have to be aware that everything that is may not be the next day, right? Things are always changing. There was, people that I see when I'm working in different environments, and then I see somebody get let go. And then the day before they were just so sure of themselves in that job position, and then they're just in total shock when it's no longer there. But me, I've worked in the world of temp so long that I understand that you just grind when you can, you go at it when you can. Now that I'm on a permanent, it's great, but you never know when the dynamics of those things change. So I just stay prepared and stay ready. Always have different avenues available so that you don't fall all the way down to the ground if something changes, because you cannot guarantee anything in life, right? So I'm here to celebrate your success. I'm with you. You guys see me supporting people all the time. The people that I love to support the most are the ones that I see on that constant grind. Like, they are not cocky. They are really believing in what they're doing. They're passionate. It brings something positive to the people, or it just brings something. Like, sometimes I follow some things that people may not feel like is very positive music, or that might not be a positive artist in the lyrics, but the grind that they're exhibiting is so amazing, and they're constantly going out there believing in what it is that they do, that can be a motivation itself, So your success and their struggle, it just doesn't mix, love. And you have to understand that and stop looking for those likes and, all these people on my Facebook, everybody following me, and you guys aren't doing this and that. They usually don't. So don't get caught up in that. They usually don't. Go over there, talk to your strangers on Instagram, talk to your strangers on Twitter, connect with those platforms, Snapchat, connect with those people that's what they're into. They are similar in what you're doing. They have this grind, this passion to try to take something to the next level. Some of them are just sharing their family pictures, but for the most part, people that are on Instagram may have some kind of something that they're doing, whether it's art or writing or music or pictures or modeling or clothes or jewelry or whatever it is that their services that they're bringing. They usually will tell you about it on their gram. So that's, go connect with those like-minded people. Find your like-minded people through the hashtags. That's why hashtags are so phenomenal. Like, they took social media to the next level. Like, you guys can find each other quickly, begin to go support them. They will support you. Sometimes you'll just find something else that you may just keep you interested and keeps your mind off of cousin Pookie them looking at your page and never liking it. Because Pookie them, they going through their struggle, and Pookie them don't care. Not right now, because where Pookie them at right now is that's you made it, not me, dog. Right? You probably heard that before, right? So that's my thought on that. Your better life and their struggle does not mix. Let me hear back from you guys. So give me some feedback. Again, I appreciate the feedback when you do so on social media, wherever you are showing up at, Twitter, Facebook. I appreciate that feedback. Ask Diva Page, Miss Diva Page, regular page for those few that are connected to my personal page, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can find me the same, Miss Diva for you, MZDEEVA, the number 4 YOU. You can send me a DM, you can send me an IM, you can send me whatever it is that you need if you have a question or you have something that, hey, I want you to talk about that. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the listens. Spreaker, you are the reason that this happens, so thank you so much. I thank you, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and SoundCloud, different places where the voice is getting out there. I think SoundCloud still has my old stuff, so I'm gonna have to go on there and try to update that to some of the newer podcasts. Just thank you for being a part. Don't forget to support the books. If you go to my Instagram, the book links are up, so you could go to the Amazon and choose any one of the books that you feel are relevant. Right now is the relaunch of Reasons She's Excessive Over a Man. Go find out what that book is about, but you can find any of the other books. Great Sex Is Not Love and Never Will Be. So Your Heart's Been Broken, Please Get Over It. Remember this, Not Just Anyone Will Do. Reasons He Dates Plus Size. Reasons She's Excessive Over a Man. And Ready. All of those books are up, so you can go over there and check them out. Thank you so much for anybody that's supporting. You guys have a great one.